everybody. Welcome to Average Guys Gourmet. I'm Tony Rican, and if you browse through my videos, you can tell I love burgers, chicken sandwiches, pulled pork, and a regular bun isn't always what you want to put these on. So today, we're going to make pretzel buns. That'll be great for a ton of recipes you see on my list. So let's go ahead and just get started and jump right in. So the first thing I've done is I've taken my milk in a small saucepan here on the stove, heated to about 110 degrees. I'm going to go ahead and put this now in my mixing bowl here. There we go. I'm going to sprinkle yeast into it. And then we're going to let this sit for a couple minutes and soften up. So after we've let this rest for a couple of minutes, I'm going to take my brown sugar and sprinkle it into my yeast and warm milk. And after I do that, I'm going to let this sit and rest for about 5 minutes, and it should get foamy. Now that I've let my yeast and milk and brown sugar sit and get a little foam on the top, I'm going to go ahead and start mixing all the dough together. You might not have a KitchenAid. I grabbed mine for 50 bucks off of a coworker, so I got lucky. All you need to do is be able to mix this. You don't want to go on a high speed. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this, lower it in, and we're going to do this on a low speed. As it's mixing, I'm going to pour my mixture over here, my yeast and milk and brown sugar. I'm going to pour that in slowly as it's mixing. Then I'm also going to put my butter in. So let's go ahead and do this. As you can see, my dough is nice and smooth. It's still sticky though. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to take this, place it in a large bowl with saran wrap over the top, and I'm going to put it in the refrigerator for about an hour. So, I let it rest at room temperature for an hour. I know. I said put it in the refrigerator. I had misspoken. It's leave it at room temperature. So now that I've left it at room temperature for an hour, I'm going to go ahead and I've floured my board here that I can work on it, that the dough is not going to stick. I'm going to go ahead and take my dough out. I'm going to roll this out on here so I get a nice long piece of dough. Then I'm going to cut it into sections so I can make my actual buns. I'm going to roll this first section out. Then simply making the pretzel bun, or the shape of the pretzel bun, is taking this, rolling it, and then we want to tuck the end under. So you're going to end up with something like this. We're going to do this with all of the sections, and then you're going to spray the, I apologize, I'm getting tongue-tied here, but after you roll them all, you want to spray a cooking pan, place them all in the cooking pan, cover it in saran wrap, and this is where we're going to go into the refrigerator for 2 hours to let it poof up a little bit. This is the refrigerator portion. I said the last one was. It's this one. So let's go ahead, put it in the refrigerator, and we'll come back for the next step. Once you pull your buns out of the refrigerator, you're going to want to boil some water, put about a quarter tablespoon of salt in there, and then you're also going to put your baking soda in there. Bring it to a boil, and then we're going to go ahead and we're going to put our pretzel buns in there. I'm only doing one to show you because I have a smaller pot, but we're going to let it cook for about 35-40 seconds, then we'll flip it and let it cook again for about 35-40 seconds. Take it out, make sure it's nice and drained, and put it back onto the baking sheet. Before you put them back on the baking sheet, make sure that you recoat it with your spray or your oil, whatever you're using to be non-stick. So let me go ahead and flip this. We're going to go another 30 seconds. We'll pull it out. Then we're going to take it over, butter it, and salt it. So I've boiled all my buns. They're nice and moist. So what I'm going to do is I've beaten an egg over here. I'm just going to brush a little bit of this beaten egg on the top of each one of these. Now once you have egg wash over everything, take your salt, your coarse salt, and sprinkle it on top. Use as much as you would like. My family likes a little bit saltier pretzel, so I'll probably use a little bit more. You can use less, whatever is to your taste. Now, once those are done, we're going to put them in the oven. You want to preheat your oven to 400 degrees, and you're going to bake these for about 15 to 20 minutes. Just keep an eye on them. See when they look right. So I'm going to go ahead, take these in the throw them in the oven. We'll take a look at them when they're done. I cooked mine for just over 15 minutes and check these out. I think they came out great. These things, all you have to do is take your bread knife, cut them in half, and they're ready for any sandwich you want. You want a burger, pulled pork, chicken, doesn't matter. These will taste great and you guys will love them.